Definition of the words that will help with this week's task. Rural, relating to or characteristics of the countryside rather than town. Urban, relating to or characteristics of a town or city. Similar, having a resemblance in appearance, character or quantity without being identical. Coast, the part of the land adjoining or near the sea. Different, not the same as another or each other, unlike nature, form or quality. Physical, relating to things perceived through the senses as opposed to the mind or concrete. Human man-made, things that have been created, made by a person. Lesson 1, LF. Study aerial photographs to describe the features and characteristics of an area of land. Aerial photography is the taking of photographs from an aircraft or other flying object. Platforms for aerial photography include fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs or drones, balloons, blimps and rockets, pigeons, kites, parachutes, standalone telescoping and vehicle-mounted poles. This is an aerial photo of Wisbech. This is what is also known as bird's eye view. Because as a bird flies, this is what they would see. Can you spot the river, the horse fair car park and roundabout? What else can you see? Here are some photos of Mrs. Redmile and her family in 2009 when they parachuted from the top of a cliff in France. You can see what Mrs. Redmile, Daniel and his dad would have seen while they were in the sky. The first picture is before jumping off the cliff. Second picture is of Daniel and the person behind him was taking the pictures. The third picture is of the valley, and the fourth picture is, you can see there's buildings, trees, and same on the fifth picture. Your task today is to picture yourself above your house or the school. You can draw an area picture of what you would see. This is one that someone has done using a computer. You can use a computer too if you like. You can see the green shapes around the edge. These are trees. The square shape is of the building and has been divided into different rooms. Imagine the roof came off the top of your home or school. What would you see looking down? Trees are natural features, whereas building is a physical feature. Label your drawing of what are natural features and what are physical features. Here are some links of videos which could help you with today's task, and on the right is key vocabulary. Rural, urban, town, city, countryside, vegetation, population, village, continent, Europe, country, features, aerial, similar, different, mountain, beach, coast, harbour, forest, mountains, hills, physical, human, man-made, bridge, building, road, traffic, peaceful, noisy, United Kingdom, compare, Scotland, England, Wales, Ireland, island. Lesson 2, learning focus. Use geographical vocabulary to describe how and why people use a range of human features. Human features are man-made and include castles, towers, schools, hospitals, bridges, shops, tunnels, monuments, airports and roads. People use human features in different ways. For example, an airport can be used for work or leisure, and a harbour can be used for industry or travel. Around the edge are some pictures of man-made landmarks and an airport and train station which you might know. Task. Explain why and how human features like train stations and airports are used. I've done an example of a bus station. Bus stations are a human feature, which means it has been built by humans. A bus station can be found in urban places such as Peterborough, whereas in rural places like Friday Bridge, they have bus shelters. They are used for people to wait for buses to protect them from all kinds of weather like rain or sunshine. Here are some links to websites that will tell you more about human features. Lesson 3, learning focus, physical features. Describe the size, location, position of a physical feature. A physical feature is one that forms naturally and can change over time due to weather and other forces. Here are some physical features from across the world. They haven't been put there by man. They are just there, but they change shape over the years due to different reasons. One can be weather. How does weather affect physical features? Weather and climate change and can affect physical features. Cliffs and land can erode and icebergs can melt and break. When the icebergs melt and break, this means that the sea level rises, and as the water rises it can damage our coastal lines. Watch this link to see a cliff collapsing. Your task today is to write a paragraph about how weather and other forces can affect physical landmarks. You can choose what you want to write about, whether it's icebergs, cliffs, mountains. Use the internet if you want to research facts. You could draw a picture of before and after when a physical feature has been affected by weather or another force. Lesson 4, LF. Compare and contrast. Describe and compare the human and physical similarities and differences between an area of the UK and a contrasting non-European country. We're going to be looking at Australia, and in Australia there is Uluru, which is also known as Ayers Rock, and we're going to compare that to London, the capital city of England, which is in the UK and located in the continent of Europe. Here are some links that will help you with today's task. Look back at the pictures of Uluru and London. Complete the table and write what is similar about them and what things are different. I've said that similar, they are both not next to a sea, and the difference is London is urban, but Uluru is rural.